Hey guys, and welcome. So this is the intro video for a short little video series that I'm going to be doing that was inspired by something that happened to me last weekend. So last weekend I was traveling. It was just a short trip out to the West Coast for a wedding. I was actually a groomsman in a wedding. And because it was just a short trip, I didn't want to spend the extra money to check a bag. I just carried on. And when you carry on, you can bring a safety razor with you. This is my Mercor 34C, which is what I had with me. So you can bring the razor itself, but the razor blades will get taken from you going through a security line. So I did not bring any safety razor blades with me. My plan was, once I was out on the West Coast, to go by, usually at CVS they carry safety razor blades. It was a very short trip for me. I went to two CVS's. They both didn't have them. One was out of stock and one of them just didn't look like they had them in general. So I was stuck without safety razor blades. I really needed to shave. I was a groomsman. I was going to be in pictures standing up there representing my friend at his wedding. So I had to shave. And I couldn't find any safety razor blades. It was a short trip, and without much time, I actually picked up a razor. Here's the handle of the razor I got, and this was this razor. I have two of these now, unfortunately, but I'll go into details about that in just a little bit. This is the newest and best razor from Gillette that they have out. It's a cartridge razor. It's the Gillette Fusion Pro Shield. There you go. You can take a look at that. So I actually bought this razor, well this one, when I was out there because I just had to shave, and I figured, you know, if I have to shave, I'm at least going to go with the cartridge razor, and so might as well get the best one out there now on the market. So I got this razor. I went ahead and shaved. I had my shaving brush with me. I had my RazorRock Plus Soft brush. I had some Katie's Bubble soap, and you know, so I had a great soap with me, a great lather, and I used this razor using the proper technique. You know, I did a proper 3-pass shave, very light pressure, and surprisingly I actually got a really good shave from it. It wasn't a terribly close shave, but I didn't have irritation, which was the most important to me. You know, that's always the most important. That's why I went to traditional wet shaving in the first place, was due to irritation. It didn't give me any irritation, which actually surprised me. When I switched to wet shaving and using a safety razor somewhere around 4 years ago, I gave up cartridge razors, I gave up this canned shaving cream and all of that. So after my shave this past weekend, where I actually did get a good shave, it kind of made me wonder, re-examining, how is this modern shaving equipment? I just want to make sure we're not, as they say, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. The bathwater being the entire scene of current shaving techniques and shaving gear. And I've foregone all of that stuff, and that's the whole inspiration behind my video. Aside from me wanting to introduce people to this, it's become a hobby of mine. But I want to make sure that this isn't something good that I'm overlooking, because with this pretty good shave, it made me wonder, is this stuff actually okay? Are we maybe just using wrong technique? Or are men not learning how to shave? And that could be the problem there in the first place. So, thinking about this, I decided to do a video series looking at this, looking at the modern razors and the modern shaving cream, and doing an actual good comparison to see what I find out, to see if this stuff can shave, how it can shave. So first of all, I'm going to be doing a couple shaves with this stuff. So first of all, this is my shaving gear of the year last year. Bear Man Seville shaving soap, awesome soap, great performance, great scent. I love this stuff. I know it'll serve me well. And my Mercor 34C, you guys know this is my absolute favorite razor. Great shaves, consistent razor. So these are going to be my baseline products. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a shave using a really good shaving soap. I'm going to use the Bear Man Seville. Instead of my safety razor, I'm going to be pairing it with a cartridge razor. So I'm going to do a shave with this and see if, I know that my lather will be slick and protective, seeing if I can reproduce another good shave with a cartridge razor. So seeing if, if this is something that can be used for great shaves. Then my second experiment is going to be using the modern, or not the modern, the classic Mercor 34C safety razor, and going with a more modern shaving cream, the Barbasol Original. This is kind of just their original classic. It's this is like $1 or $2, something like that, at the grocery store just next door to where I live. So I'm going to be pairing it with a razor I know shaves great, I know gives me excellent shaves. I'm going to put, probably Persona blade in there. just a blade that I know works well for me, and seeing if I can use this successfully with a modern shaving cream, because this stuff was not working so well for me, and that's why I went to the better shaving creams and soaps. And finally, this is the one that I'm pretty scared about. Actually, I'm going to be using a modern shaving cream here, the Barbasol, with the cartridge razor. So I'm going to be going just full modern shave and seeing if, knowing what I know now, proper technique, how to lather, how to prepare my skin, if I can get a good shave from this stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just kind of interested to see, I've kind of forgone this. I posted a video, or not a video, a picture on Instagram, if you guys follow me on there, of my shave there in California with the with this cartridge razor sitting there, just because I want to be honest with you guys. The whole point of this channel is to introduce different shaving gear, techniques, and to hopefully get people inspired to be shaving correctly so you get good shaves. There's a lot of guys out there getting excellent shaves with this modern gear, and there's a lot of guys getting really terrible shaves. But I just want to share with you guys my shaving experience. So I posted the video with the cartridge razor on there, and I got lit up. If you guys want to look at something actually pretty funny, go there, look at that picture, and look at the comments below. People were pretty aghast. It's not a post that I pictured myself ever posting, but it was important to me because I want to share with you guys and be completely honest with what I'm dealing with and the shaves that I'm having and how they work out. One huge plus for the more classic shaving style, with a shaving brush, shaving soap, and a safety razor, is that once you do this initial investment, Record 34C is sitting somewhere around, $28, $29 to like $35, depending on where you get it. Once you make this initial investment, the blades are so cheap. You can get a 100-pack of Persona Lab Blues. I just actually ran out of my last 100-pack for like somewhere around like $11, $12, $13. That's a fantastic deal. So you can get a razor and 100 blades. So let's say this is $30, maybe like $42. 100 blades. That's going to last you a long time. That could be a shave every single day for an entire year. Say it lasts 3 days. So that could last you an entire year for $12 worth of blades. And these modern shaving soaps, they're going to be $15, $20, $25, but these last so long, and they're just so much better for your skin. At least they're so much better for my skin, have given me such better shaves that I think it's totally worth the investment. You can get a good shaving brush, $10, $20, and with proper care it should last a long time. As I mentioned with the Barbasol, this is $1, $2, so that's definitely a good deal. I wouldn't really worry about that. I think the biggest downside for modern razors, which is why a lot of guys go to safety razors, is the price of this. So I have 2 of these razors here because this is the one that I bought in California, and they actually took the blade. You're supposed to be able to go through security with the cartridge razor on there, the cartridge actual blades on there, but they took it from me. Whatever, not a big deal. I didn't really care. And this setup for a new one was $10, so I was like, okay, I'll just go back, I'll take the handle, and I'll get some new cartridge heads for this thing. 4 cartridge heads at my grocery store here is $18. That's like $4.50 per cartridge. That's ridiculous. That's so expensive. $4.50. And so getting a new one here, they actually had this on sale. This was $9. It's not a bad deal when you look at the cartridge style, but a new handle and a single cartridge here for $9. I was like, I don't want to invest in this, so I'm going to, I'm just going to buy a new one instead of buying 4 cartridges. So now I have 2 handles. Anyway, I think that's a major downside of modern razors. It's just the overall cost. It's ridiculously expensive for these cartridge razors. There are new companies out there like Harry's and Dollar Shave Club. I've not shaved with their products, but they're supposed to be pretty good. They're not supposed to be amazing in terms of cartridge razors, but it's definitely a cheaper option out there. So that's a huge downside to this. And you could at least potentially save money with a safety razor. Like I mentioned, the initial price of a safety razor, then the price of blades is super cheap. That also depends on this not becoming a hobby for you, as it has for me. And now I just have, this is just a small sample here. You can see, I think you can see my safety razors. I've got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 sitting right there. So this has obviously become a bit of a hobby, but in the scope of hobbies, I think it's overall a pretty cheap hobby. I have friends who are into like 4-wheeling, windsurfing, hunting, fishing. They go on big trips, big expensive equipment. The equipment here really isn't too expensive, so I think for a male hobby, it's really not too crazy expensive. So anyway, this is my intro video, a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but that's the goal. I want to look at this modern shaving stuff. I'm going to first of all be shaving with a cartridge razor with my excellent soap. Then I'm going to be carrying my Record 34C with the modern shaving cream. And then I'm going to go back and potentially, as long as things go well, do a full shave with the modern shaving gear. I really want to see if maybe a lot of this is just due to improper technique. You know, I know that I wasn't really taught how to shave by my father. You know, I showed up one day, I guess it was in like middle school, and there was just a razor and shaving cream sitting on my bathroom counter, so I knew it was time to start shaving. I wasn't taught how to shave, but there's definitely a huge aspect of technique in shaving, and I've definitely learned that from switching to a safety razor. And I want to see if taking those techniques that I have, you know, really focusing on light pressure, shaving in the proper directions on my face, if I can get good shaves with this modern gear. So anyway guys, that's the intro video for this, and my next video coming up will be shaving with the Seville and the Gillette Fusion Pro Shield. So please stay tuned, and as always guys, thank you for watching.